Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and we are now on our second video. Sorry if it took me too long to update. School has been tough and I'm having difficulties in doing my priorities, but yeah, I'm here. I really tried to find time to make the second video because of your comments. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I actually had a thought of not resuming, but because of your comments, I had, the inspiration to do the second video. So here it is. Without further ado, let's start the lessons. So this is the continuation of our first video, and I told you last time that I will not be teaching notes, but I realized that notes are actually essential even though we are not learning notes and we are just learning chords. But I will not really teach you, going deep like Mozart's or Beethoven. Like, I am just going to teach you how to read notes and to locate them. So I have here a diagram. So you can usually see this one. This one is called a staff, a grand staff. This is a staff and this is a staff, and when they're both together, it's called a grand staff. I will explain it to you. The person who knows how to read notes and to play notes, people tend to ask me, how can you read notes? They are very amazed now I can read the notes. But actually, reading notes is very easy, only if you learn it. The only hard thing there is when these notes over here are intermixed, and that the hardest thing there is when you're going to apply it into playing. That's why I struggled playing notes and I had to switch to chords. But at least I still have a bit knowledge about notes, and if you are going to give me notes, I will be able to perform using those. Okay, so last time I taught you about the basic thing that you should learn in playing piano, and those are the 7 notes, which is that from do to T, and it's here, right here, the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do are called the sofa syllables, and the one that I taught you from the C to B are called pitch names, and they are indications to read them better. And those 7 notes have corresponding places here on what we call the grand staff. So first, I am going to explain to you the basic things that you should know or parts on the grand staff that you should know. In the grand staff, there are 2 staffs, one in the upper and one in the lower. But sometimes there are staffs which only consist of one, either in the upper part or the lower part. So why is it divided into 2? Why are there 2 staffs over here? Do you see these 2 indicators? This one is very familiar for you when you say there's music. There's always this thing over here, and we can barely see this. These 2 are called clefs. This one is called a treble clef, and this one is a bass clef. In simpler words, this one is called a G clef and this one is called an F clef. What is a G clef and what is an F clef? In playing piano, you don't just use one hand, you use 2 hands. These 2 indicates which hand you should use in that particular staff. G clef is for the right hand while the F clef is for the left hand. The notes that you see here on the staff where the G clef is, you should play it on your right hand. While those notes, these are called the notes. This indicates particular syllables such as like this, the one we learned. The one or those notes that are played here on the F clef should be played on your left hand. Guys, get that? Okay. So in every staff here, there are 5 lines and 4 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Those 9 parts of this staff has a particular note. So, like for example, this first line. This first line has mi or E. first line is not, you cannot say that there is C or D here. It's only E. Or here on the first space, this one is Fa or F. Only Fa can only come to this space, as well as those who are located on the, here on the top. Or how do you know that in this particular line or space is that note? We can also identify it through the first note, or which is what we call the C or the Do. The Do is not, the Do's line is invisible in the staff. So you will always know that it's Do because it's something like this. It's a circle with a dash. It's because it's located in an invisible line. It is the barrier between the G clef and the F clef. So you have there Do. The pattern of the notes is always line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space. So we know the pattern, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. So from the C or from the Do, this is in the line. So the next is space. The next space after this line is the re. And then go on. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And that will proceed to the upper part. And those who pass over here on the line, they will have invisible lines just like the Do. But let's just focus in here. That's also the same in going down. But it's going to be reversed. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. And that's how I'm going to play it later, okay? So it's the same with the pattern here, only that it's going down. So let's do the positioning of the hands. Is it legible? Okay. So let's recall, where's the Do here? So here's the Do. Do. It's before the two black keys, Do. And now here, I told you a while ago that here is Do. The one that has the line which is invisible or on only dash. The Do of the G clef and the Do of the F clef is the same. So when you say the G clef of Do, it's here. Or the Do of the F clef is also right here. Now your hands, you have to position here. The actual position of the hands is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see in some of notes, like notes for the children, they have the note and in the upper part they have the number. That is the indication where, or in that particular note, what finger they should use, but not tackle about that, I guess. Okay, so here. But just know that if you're just learning it in the first time learning it, you just have to position your hands or just beside each other. So like Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Just go there. So if I tell you, play this note. So you just have to count from Do. Because the first thing that you're going to know without these indicators right here, the first thing that you will know is the Do because it's the only unique among all the notes. So I told you a while ago you are going to play this note. So you're just going to count from Do. Do, re, mi, or E. So if this only note that I have shown to you without this and without this, you will be able to play that without even me telling you that you are going to play the note of E. You understand? So here, Do, re, mi, mi. Another example. Play this note. So you're going to count from the Do. Do, ti, because it's going down. Do, ti, la. Do, ti, la. So you have there. It's so easy, right? But, in playing piano while watching notes, you are not going to, for example, there is a note over here. You don't have to say, let's count from Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. So, like that, okay? These particular lines have names. I guess we're all familiar to the statement, every good boy does fine. So, every good boy does fine. There are 5. You have to mind the first letters of each word. So 5 words equals to 5 lines. So let's say Every good boy does fine. Every E. Over, you can see right here, in this line, we have E. Good, G. So you can see in the second line, it's G. Boy, B. Does, letter D, and F for fine. So that is how to indicate, like, for example, all of these are mixed. It's not like this. Now you will see, you'll just, or if you are not yet able to memorize, you can just recite every good boy does fine. You will be able to find or what note is that. That is for the lines. Always remember, every good boy does fine. How about the spaces? There are 4 spaces. And that spaces are called face. So, how? Face. On the first line, F. You can see there, F. On the second space, we have A. On the third space, we have C. On the fourth space, that is E. See? It's very simple. Let's do a practice. So we have over here. You see that? That's called the birthday party. This is the first note that I ever learned, actually. So here, what is the first note that you can remember? Here. We have here. This one is a do because it has a dash. And the next one is on the next space. And that one is D because it's next to C. And this one is E because it's in the first line. Every good boy does fine. So that is E. And then repeat. So how are we going to put that here? And you just have to go from the left to right, then left to right. That's how you read it. So, here we go. It's right there. Here. Up a row. Now we have another. It doesn't start in C. So what note is this? It's after this, right? The above the line where the C lies. So that's D. And this one is C. And the next one is, what's this? This is D. And the next one is, on the first line, is E. And we have to C. So, a birthday party. See? Now we can finally read the notes. I guess that's all for now. I'm looking forward to teach you the third lesson. I think that's it. Thank you so much for being with me in this short time. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do leave a like and leave a comment. That's all. Bye bye.